The views and opinions expressed by the host do not reflect yours. You're now under the influence of good conversation. This is Vibes, the podcast, hosted by Mimi.
Ladies and gentlemen's, whatever, I quit. Y'all, welcome to season 2 of Vibes Podcast. It's me, Mimi. Welcome back. I almost missed y'all a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean a lot, like a lot. Season 2, we're brand new. We're doing things different. So, I'll explain to you all like the rundown of the show. It's going to be a little different. So, for all my people who followed the show season 1, it's no more What the Fuck Chicago. We're changing that out. That is now I Discovered. So I'll be talking about albums, artists that I kind of went back and discovered, or new artists that I discovered. And then it'll be something else. In the beginning, my taglines will now be all music lyrics, so you have to figure out what I'm talking about. And we have a segment called In My Box, because I like people to reach inside my box and touch me on the inside part. And I'm trying to get more of that in the new year. So touch me on my inside pie. All right, y'all. And I'm here with 2 special guests. I have my best friend and my ex-friend. I'm a motherfucking fool. It's going to be a good show. So I got my best friend here, and I have my ex-boyfriend / still current friend. Is that appropriate?
Very much so.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So the whole intro is out of the way. What we'll also be doing, I forgot to tell y'all, it's no more Ratchet Drink Chronicles. We're just going to say our drink of choice. So I'm a lady. Again, welcome to the show. Star blah, blah, blah. My drink of choice today is Jameson and ginger ale, the Wildwood kind, because it was 75 cents a bottle. And simple syrup. What's y'all drink of choice? Speak it to the mic.
Well, me first, or
it doesn't matter.
Lady.
Somebody say something.
Well, I'm a JMO man, preferably Jack, a little lemonade. I call it like my little honey spice, so that works for me.
All right, so we're all drinking the same thing.
The exact same thing.
Great. All right, so
Yes.
our drink of choice. We're all drinking the same thing. That's how we're going to do it.
The whiskeys be particular sometimes, so.
Great. Okay.
Depending on the barrel.
It came from my barrel. All right, let's get into this music lyric. So like I just said, there will be no more like taglines. It'll all be random lyrics. So can y'all guess what it is? I'm just reading the lyric. Let me move my laptop because y'all be cheating.
I do have 4 hours.
This is a popular song. Everybody knows this. The whole world knows this song. The heaven sent to fulfill my needs, but when I turned around, again, love has knocked me down.
That is Carrie Hilson.
That is incorrect.
That's not Carrie Hilson.
No.
That's not Love Knockdown or whatever that song is.
That is not what that is. What's the song?
Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here.
You
Get
are
out.
childish. Why do you know this?
Yes.
I was gonna say that,
You were not. I won.
but she
You
just
are
like
childish.
won. You won. Congratulations
I
for
was
winning.
trying not
But
to
you
say
cheated
it
because you
so
gave
that
multiple
y'all
answers.
so that it wouldn't be so obvious.
Can we get a redo?
No, it's too late. She already got it.
Congratulations. What did she win?
These nuts.
Oh, spicy.
These balls in your jaws. Oh man, I feel like that was way too easy.
No, it wasn't. Was it really easy?
It was the end part. Was it?
The way you said it kind of made it hard.
Well, yeah, it's just the way that you read it that made it a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to get them all. So
Phonetically. That's how I read. Phonetically. All right, y'all, let's move on to the snippet of the week. So now, I forgot to also tell y'all the song of the week. All the songs will be at the end of the show now, because I'm an OG and it's my show and I can do what the fuck I want. And so we'll play a snippet of the song of the week so you can know who the artist is. This week's snippet of the week goes to Mayila. I think that's how you say her name. And the name of the song is Leavin'. This joint is pretty nice to me, so let's take a little snippet. I hope y'all can hear this.
If you take your love away from me, yeah, 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 yeah. If I take my love away from you, yeah, you keep on fucking up and expect me to give you no what. Telling me not to leave, but baby, I think that you're on. All of the chances I gave, all of the promises broke. Keep on begging, begging, baby, begging, but baby, you know that I'm all gone. Already gone. Sheesh. Nigga blowing up my phone. I'll be over on the west side with my one side joint. You could watch me. Boy, you should have known. No need for you and I to even hold on. Hold on. You keep on begging me not to leave you, boy. Boy, I'm out 'cause you keep fucking up my party.
All right, that was a snippet of the week. Mayila. I think I'm saying her name right. Mayila.
You better get that girl name right.
Mayila with Leaving. Y'all can hear the whole song at the end of the show. So I'll do that. And then y'all can follow her right now or find her on SoundCloud. That's Mayila. I think she's just on SoundCloud right now.
She sounds amazing.
Support her. She actually has some really good songs. So y'all go check out her SoundCloud. All right, let's get back into the rest of the show. Moving on to black shit. Y'all ready for some black shit?
Black shit?
You have to respond.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, black shit. First up in black shit, I want to talk about this. You have children. Both of y'all have children. But look at this.
Look at this.
So if you don't know, now you know. So Sierra has requested a meditation, a mediation with Future, so that they can, so that he can adhere to Lil Future's travel schedule. Now the claim is that Future, every time he gets Lil Future, he drops him off at his mama house, and he's not been watching him, or he will not stay on schedule. Like if Sierra say, "Hey, you got him on the weekends," Future shows up on Wednesday, and like, "I'm here to get my son." So she's trying to take him to court because he won't do right, and have a judge do a mediation with them so that they can adhere to one specific schedule, and so that he won't keep dropping Lil Future off at his mama house, because he's supposed to be spending his time with his kids.
So
Yeah.
Future can't know his grandma?
I mean, he can. At this point, that's the only person he knows is his grandma. He don't know his daddy. Because
Grandma house be fun.
that's not how you do that. That's not how.
Okay.
If you drop your kids off at, they have two fathers.
They don't.
If you drop your kids off and they're supposed to be spending time the weekend with their father, and he's like, "I don't feel like being bothered with you today," and he dropped them off, I'm not asking you, because that's fine for you.
You're
Like, you truly don't care. It's like, as long as you don't have to watch it.
know the entire side of their family, and at least I know that somebody's taking care of them. So
I mean, that's a point. But
Future
every
don't have
single
time to
time,
watch that baby. He got too many other babies. About
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
born.
Stop making all these other babies,
And
and
that's
then
very
you'll
true.
have time
That is
to
very true.
watch your baby. Doug, do you be dropping your baby? First off, rewind. I'm rude. I didn't introduce neither one of y'all.
You did not.
So we're going to backtrack. We're going to stop right here from talking about Sierra and them, because don't nobody truly give a fuck.
I was going to answer.
Introduce yourself. Tell the people who y'all are. Why y'all just here?
Hello, everybody. My name is Dominique, but you
There's
can
some mic right there.
call me Dee Dee.
Okay.
What do you do by night?
By night, I sleep because it's nighttime, and that's what you're supposed to do.
You sleep with who?
She tried to do the Jill Scott with the microphone. You didn't see that, though, did you?
Why was she about to answer the question?
I was going to say it depends on the day.
Jill.
Okay.
Reincarnated. Okay.
Douglas,
Don't put your
introduce
business in
yourself.
the street.
No. Okay. Well, my name is Doug. DUGG. Mr. Howard.
Jesus.
As you heard earlier, the ex, the past,
Is that what you do?
and the present,
You're
a
just the
friend.
Thanks for
Is that what you do?
clarifying.
You what? I hear you. I said it here.
Is that what you do? You're just the ex?
I'm like the homie. I'm cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well, whatever.
yeah. You know, we.
We're cute friends. Let's clarify.
I know I am ham. I am. Why you gotta keep clarifying? It's all right.
No, clarify. It's all right. Calm down.
It's all right, but yeah.
Light skinned people always get their feelings hurt.
You know, once you say it like 3 times, it sticks. So it's like,
Okay,
you know.
I retract the last one.
But I am a all around entrepreneur,
By
pretty
day
much.
And by night.
By night, I'm a.
Stripper.
I mean, do I really wanna? I'm not a stripper. Stop it.
Exotic dancer.
I work in nightclubs.
Same thing.
Yeah. I'm a manager at a nightclub, and it's cool. You know, it gives me time to do it whatever I want to do in the morning, like be with my kids.
See, there we go.
You see how we just segue right into that?
And
Beautiful.
I'm Mimi, and by day, you know, I have a day job, and by night, I do be out here
Porn up. No.
bouncing it up and down,
Lies.
hitting the pole while my titties roll, and I do all that by night.
You will. You will.
That's what I do. Anywho, back to Sierra and Future. Y'all know who they are. Bam, bam, boom, 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 boom.
Hilarious.
When you go get your kids, who you drop them off with?
If I have to drop them off, I usually have them a lot. If I have them a lot. But if I do drop them off, my pops.
So granddaddy instead of grandmama.
Yeah. You know, Coop. You know, he's all in. No.
I don't have children, but I feel like here's my opinion, and I get what y'all are saying because it's valid. But I'm saying, like, if you have a schedule with...
If I had to drop them off, though.
No, I'm saying if you have a schedule, if your child's or children's mother say, hey, they need to be with you on today because today's your day, but you don't have time to watch them, but you also don't want to miss your day, you're going to end up dropping them off anyway.
I'd rather do that than not come get them.
But they still not seeing you either way. They're seeing you for like 45 minutes, and you're like, hey, go to your granddaddy's house.
I think more about the mom, though. Like, you get that break, right? So, you know your child is taken care of, and you get a few minutes to go and do, like, whatever you need to do for yourself. So
I think that's why you guys drop them off anyway.
That's
just
not
to get
true.
The break. I mean,
because
just saying.
you fathered them is why we dropped them off.
Facts. And I take that. I run with it. But for the most part, I need to go get my nails done. I need to go hang out with the girls for tonight. You know, girls' night out.
Okay.
You know.
So what's the problem?
Nothing. I'm just elaborate. That's what happens. And it's cool.
Bottom line is, you're gonna take your child when I say you're gonna take your child.
Yeah, I'll say, here we go. Here you go. That's funny.
I mean, that's the bottom line. So,
bottom line.
when I say come and pick this little baby up, then you need to come get this motherfucker.
I'm
Because
dropping them off. Like,
the end.
that's it.
But I appreciate that you would still not hold that against him. You're just like, you know what? Okay, who else I can drop him off to?
But it's not about you. It's about me and my freedom.
See? But
Because
she's playing the both
birthed them
sides
from
right
her
now.
vagina.
She's playing both sides right now, and it's not fair because we can't do that.
You can't birth them from your vaginas?
Of course, I cannot do that.
No.
Okay. But the doctors are finding out stuff very
Men
man
soon
day
may
by
be able to
day.
get pregnant.
I'm pretty
And,
sure the shit's gonna come out your ear like.
They don't need
I don't
a
know.
uterus. They need to carry them in their ass. So that's
What?
That's where they will hold the
Stop
child.
this right now.
It would be like
Recut.
right there on, what is it called? The colon? Is it right there? All right, we're going to move on.
Thank you.
All right.
And this is an episode
that-
of Pause.
That was settled. Well, I lied, so we're not moving on.
Okay.
Okay, so both of y'all made a good point, but why do you think Sierra needs like a whole mediation? If Future is still coming to get his son like every time, then why would you call a mediation? Like, is this just being petty?
She's more of a mom's mom right now. She wants him to be around his father.
But that's not gonna force him. That's gonna set a strict schedule, right? So that means you're gonna come and pick him up on Wednesday, drop him off on Sunday. That's not gonna mean that when he picks him up on Wednesday and he gets back to Atlanta with his baby, that he's gonna be with the baby all day long. The baby's still gonna go somewhere else.
That's why she's doing the mediation.
Oh,
Because she
my bad.
wants
Put your face
to.
on it.
She wants him
Put
to
it in
actually
front of your
be a
face.
parent and spend time. And a lot of times, guys don't get that opportunity. So, like,
Because she
I'm kind of
forced it if
disappointed
she's
in
not
him.
With him though, She's just sending the baby. She's not there to make sure. Hey, did you give him a bath today? Did you read him a story?
But I'm pretty sure she wants to, but she's talking to his mother.
At this point, I feel like go to mediation, get a set schedule, knowing he's gonna screw it up because it's future and he gets nothing right. Just take it away, and that will force him to come to Seattle or wherever she is and spend time with him there. And he can't go anywhere with the baby.
I know he got more kids,
All of them.
but
He has 5 other children.
There's another woman that's pregnant
Oh,
right now. 2, actually.
right. That's included in the 5.
No. Choi, Bow Wow's baby mama.
No,
and then
don't
some
start
other
naming
girl.
names.
well, show Liz. Oh,
Lil Future
jeez
is-
Louise.
Well, he's not the 6th child, but the other.
Man,
We're moving on because I truly don't have time for this.
That's messy.
We're gonna move on.
He fuck his Bow Wow baby. He went seconds. Did he have seconds or he had first?
It would have been seconds because Bow Wow had her.
Ugh.
All right, so we definitely gonna move on.
Silence.
You gotta stop getting high. That's the point of this show. When he had seconds of first, nigga, what?
Moment of silence.
Moving on. So I read an article where Kid Cudi is gonna be on Red Table Talk actually. So he's gonna be on there with Jada Pinkett Smith, and he was talking about how he was ashamed to talk about his mental health, and that's why he kind of took a break and kind of left the spotlight for a minute because he was struggling with mental health issues.
I
You're
saw
a
that.
guy.
Mhm.
Why do dudes, especially black dudes, why do y'all hide the fact that you're struggling or you feel depressed or you're sad or you're having mental health issues? Why? I'm not even gonna go into the black community and why we hide it, but for guys in general, y'all won't say shit. Y'all just suffer in silence.
One word. Pride. It's just what it is. We feed off that. That's our, we can keep everything in ourselves and keep living lives, but our pride won't allow us to believe that, we mentally going insane. And girls have it too. But for the most part,
We're not talking about girls right now. We're talking about guys and Kid Cudi because he's finally come forth and he's been talking about it for the past year or so.
mhm.
But what's the issue? It can't be pride because it's stupid. It makes no sense.
Because it's
It's just
stupid to
dumb.
you doesn't mean that it's not.
You're going to be sitting suffering in silence like, oh my God, I feel like I want to kill myself, but I'm not going to tell anybody because I'm just going to sit here and keep suffering because I'm too prideful.
That's the way our body is made. You know what I mean? It's the biology of us.
Can you help me, please?
It's rough.
I
Can you help
agree
me?
with him, but I also think for Kid Cudi, it's a little bit more because he's a celebrity, right?
Facts.
So if he goes online and does the Bow Wow and just tell everybody that he's all sad, then people are going to attack him for being sad. Not
Well, that I agree with you on. So the whole celebrity part of that comes into play, and that is a entirely different thing for him.
for him, yes.
For him. So if we're talking about, now I'm just talking about regular people, just
Okay.
us. We're not
Okay.
celebrities.
Regular people.
We're regular people. We're regular, degular, schmegular.
Can I go with this off the top? Bam.
You regular, so
Black people in general have
Yeah.
to go through that. Just,
being regular.
They have to go through.
we just not even regular, or we deal with the mental situation because we don't speak on our stuff. We think that we don't have mental problems, or our bipolarism is not a fucked
word.
up thing, or even that.
Bipolarism.
You know what I meant.
I got it.
It was close. What would be the
Bipolar. That's it.
just bipolar?
Yeah.
So a lot of us that think, hey, that we don't have bipolar, do. And we go through life just being with this, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine. I cut you, I kill you, but I'm perfectly fine. Ooh. And it get to the ass end, and you looking over the person and be like, well, they was crazy. They could have went and got help a long time ago, but they choose not to.
So answer my question though. Why it has to be something other than pride, or I'll say this. Okay, black guys are way too prideful when it comes to talking about mental health struggles. So you rather suffer in silence. What is going to be the turning point? Or if you're suffering in silence and you didn't want to tell anybody, what would be that point where you're like, okay, now I got to go get help?
Seeing your boy, just the celebrities themselves, like Kid Cudi, Charlamagne the God, come forth and actually make it comfortable for us to be, oh, okay, he's a celebrity. It's not shameful that he's going through it, so maybe I can be more objective and be like, you know
That's
what?
the exact problem. It takes a celebrity for a normal person, quote unquote, to say that it's okay for me to go and get help. When
No, I mean,
you're-
family tell people all the time you need to go and get help, but they still
But
don't
we
do
don't
it.
listen to him. No, that's the point she's trying to make, though. Why does it take a celebrity to
Well,
come forth for?
Because we put celebrities on this pedestal. Like, we put them up there to think that there's nothing wrong with them, and it be really shit wrong with them. And for a person like them to come out and say, hey, I have a problem, and it's okay to say I have a problem, I would be like, damn, that's real. I think I got a problem too, you know, and let me come forth because they came forth. A lot of people
I
do
hear
that.
you. I don't understand it.
Because
I hear what you're saying. I just don't
I
understand
can't. Like, I
because
can't understand.
Who can I think of
There's
that?
no celebrity you can name that's gonna make me feel like, oh, they did it. So
Kylie
now-
Jenner.
What?
Of all people. Of all people.
Bruce Jenner. I'm sorry, Bruce
What?
Jenner.
No,
even
that's
worse.
that's a whole.
I'm just saying they came forth. He came forth and did what he wanted to do, and millions of other people that felt just like him came out because of him.
But
So you
that's
knew
not
nobody before that.
what. Okay,
Who?
Caitlyn Jenner is trans. That's not a mental illness.
In some way, shape, or form, it is.
No, it's n-
This
Are you
man,
serious?
this
Now we
man.
gotta
are we
move
doing
on
this?
because
This
let me
man-
tell you
this
what you're
man
not
thinks
gonna
he
do on my show.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you what you're not about to do on my show.
Okay.
But we
keep it real. We gonna keep it
No,
straight.
we are. We keeping it real.
That's keeping it 1,000
that's
right
not
there.
a mental
I'm,
illness. And all right, so this is blatant ignorance right here.
It is.
And
It is.
this is
Because
blatant.
That's not a mental illness.
what is not mental illness?
Your
Being
sexuality
trans
is not a mental
it's not a mental illness. Being a trans woman or being a trans man is not a mental
So you being
illness.
a hetero cis man
Does that
means that you have a mental. It's just a different type of illness,
No,
right?
no,
Because
no,
you
no,
prefer
no,
something different.
no. If y'all want to get into this, we can get into this. I don't want to take over your show.
Like, what?
Can't win.
But if you want to get into this, we can do this.
Go for it, cause I need this. I need to.
Yeah, okay. So, him being a trans, now him
Woman.
trans woman, him wanting to put on woman clothes. Okay,
My
cool.
God.
Okay.
You're
That's
already
your
wrong.
that's your perspective.
You're already wrong.
He does put on women clothes, and
That's
he went
she.
in- she because he cut his dick off. He chose to change his
my
whole
God.
appearance because in his mind of minds at all times he wanted to be a woman.
You're wrong on so many levels.
How, why,
One, he still has a penis. I watched
no,
all
it's
of
chopped
reality
off.
TV.
It's all chopped off. It's chopped off.
Did you see
He
it?
had the procedure.
Did you
You
see
can look
it?
it up right now.
But did you see
You're a
it?
journalist in so many ways.
But did you
Look it up.
see it?
I'm just saying. It's
Were
cut
you
off.
there?
He said himself he had the whole procedure. And she said herself he had the whole procedure.
My goodness.
She said herself.
He said, well, you know what I mean? She. His shit.
No.
I mean,
This is so offensive.
It's not
Listen,
offensive.
all right. So at the beginning of this podcast, y'all gonna hear that the views and expressions and some they don't reflect his opinions don't reflect mine.
No, they don't.
Man, 'cause
I asked if you guys wanted to get into it. And
we're being real. That's what the podcast is about. We
you
have
know
a
what I mean?
good
So I'm
conversation.
not trying to disrespect anybody, and I'm just saying in some way, shape, or form, that is, this man lived his whole life living like this, and then turn around and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm tired of living a lie, and then transformed his whole self. Some way, shape, or form, that's a mental illness. Because if he
I
did,
would agree that would be depression. Because if you've lived,
so what is depression?
didn't I just say I would agree that that's depression,
Okay,
which is a mental illness?
Okay. That's
But
all I'm
you're
saying.
talking about a mental illness as in like schizophrenia or bipolar or
Story from the
That
beginning.
bipolar,
what you're-
all of that is some form of mental illness.
but the type of mental illness first off you're what you're saying is being a trans man or a trans woman is a mental illness, which
That's
is
not true.
incorrect. Depression, that's a mental illness. I was depressed because I could not live as
way
a
that I
person
wanted to live.
that I was always meant to be. That's the mental illness is depression.
Okay.
Not him.
Me,
being trans
so if
or
I
her being
came out
trans.
tomorrow and I'm like, Doug, I'm actually a trans man.
I
I've been
never
wanting
said
to be
I never said
No.
he was gay or anything of that stage or
Jesus
form.
Christ, we got to move on.
No, I never said that.
not
I'm just
gonna
saying
do
he
it. I'm
has
gonna get you a book
children
for
and
Christmas.
everything. He chose to turn his
She,
Why are you calling him a she now? You just said he had a dick.
Because
Caitlyn
she's
Jenner is a
trans.
woman.
I said Bruce Jenner.
There is no Bruce. It's Caitlyn now.
So the dude on the Wheaties box is what? Caitlyn the whole
My
time?
God, you don't understand
The
trans
man on the Wheaties box.
community. You don't understand the trans
Who
world
is
at
the
all.
man on the Wheaties box?
Let me tell you what's disrespectful to trans people. If you have a trans woman such as Caitlyn Jenner,
Oh my
who
God.
is now a woman, it's
How
disrespectful.
is now a woman? We just said she's.
I'm trying to
she has a
educate you.
penis.
It's disrespectful to refer to her as a man or a he because
Okay.
that's a past life that they no longer live, which is disrespectful. I'm telling you,
Whose perspective is that though? How is that
Jesus,
disrespectful?
we gotta move on because I'm about to get upset in like real life
Oh,
because
why?
you're blatantly ignorant. Like,
Okay.
man.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm moving on because
Okay.
this, my God. All right, so
One of you.
Michelle Williams ended her engagement with Chad Johnson,
As she should
the
have.
dude with the black name. And she also just quit her Broadway show. She was in the Broadway show. And she just quit because her doctor told her, because of her mental illness, depression, that she's unable to do her show.
It's 2 against 1 in here.
All right. So how y'all feel about Michelle? First off, I already called this. Like, I don't know if it was on the radio show. Like, dude, when she asked him, well, she said something about he didn't understand how she communicated because she was raised by a black family, and he asked her, "Did you take your meds today?" You trash in my book.
He was trash.
You trash as a white dude. Not okay. No, I don't understand how you communicate because I wasn't raised in a black family. Can you please help me understand? That would have been an appropriate
Did you
answer.
see their interview
Which one? They had several.
on the Breakfast Club?
Is that the only
No.
thing you watch?
No.
Apparently.
But these
What-
are the ones.
What was the interview? What was like the generalization of it? What was said?
She's going through problems mentally.
My God, duh! Didn't I just say
I
that?
know. So I'm just saying, like, for them to get this close, and how come he couldn't be at a place in his life where he can talk to without being so? I mean, what you think being disrespectful?
That's the question. How come he couldn't? How come he couldn't? How come he couldn't support his fiance and help her with her?
No, all I'm saying is he tried.
Did he?
He did.
Did you?
He did.
Did you see anything other than the Breakfast Club? Yes or no?
Yes, I have. He tried. He was all in for everything that she had going on. But she honestly.
So if I'm having a bad day and you know that I am on medicine for this mental illness, and I ask you a very specific, or tell you something very specific to how I was raised, and you say, "Oh, did you take your medicine today?"
It's not
Where are you
disrespectful to you
trying? Where are you trying?
because at that point you're not supporting me. You're mocking me, and you're mocking my mental illness or my struggle.
Now, do we hear what happened before that conversation? Was we there on the wall when he was having this
It's a
conversation?
whole reality TV show with episodes.
It's snippets. It's,
Okay.
it's spots taken out of it.
Sure.
We don't know what she said before or after that. We don't know if she wigged out in front of him and then they just cut into that part and was like, man, did you take your medicine today?
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about is that disrespectful or not?
Like I said,
So you would say that is what you're saying? You would ask someone if they took their medicine today because you didn't agree with what they were saying to you in the moment?
yes.
Oh, you're
All
trash.
right. So we're gonna move on again.
How is I'm trash because I care enough to say, did you take your medicine
How
today?
am I trash? Number one.
I
Number
said, how am I
two,
trash if I'm saying that to you?
because
If I
I'm
care
not
that
being
much.
supportive.
If I'm asking you, did you take your medicine today? Because if I know if you don't take your medicine, you're not yourself.
What? All
I'm
right.
so glad you guys are no longer together.
All right, we
That's
gotta move
cool.
on
I'm
again because
fine
we
with that.
probably
That's
already
cool.
running long into the show. Next story, we moving on because
Tell me, if I was fucked
we
up,
gonna get into this on the lack of communication because obviously there is still a whole bunch of
This is
shit
the lack
lacking.
of understanding.
Um,
Where is
nah,
escape?
this is.
All right, so we
us
moving
being
on.
honest
Last
with each
story in black shit. Kodak Black
other. Okay.
walked out of the interview
Yes.
He was doing an interview with Ebro, and Ebro mentioned his sexual assault case, and because it's still pending, I guess he's in his feelings about it, so he just completely walked out of the interview.
I didn't see this, so I don't know.
Ebro was being messy. The whole interview went well until he went there, and I know he wanted to get juice out of him.
His
but it
show
was
was
like,
messy. Like, what you expect? If you gotta, okay, I get it. If for me, and this is how I understand things, if you did not commit the crime, something along the lines of, you know what, because this is currently still a process that's going on, I'm not able to talk about it because of my lawyer. That would have been an appropriate answer. If you know you're innocent. If you guilty and somebody say, hey, you know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anything, but, you know, to you or anything, but we take sexual assault here serious, so I'm going to bring up this case, and you just get pissed off and you walked out. In my mind, you guilty. Nobody gets that upset about something that they didn't do. You just don't get that upset.
yeah.
Unless you did it. Or unless you had some part of it. Now, everything might not be true, but you do not get that upset over something you allegedly didn't do.
Facts.
The end. All right.
Lord, I need something.
My God. I told you it's going to be a good episode.
Hey.
That's what it's proven. All right, y'all.
I'm me.
Let's move on to my pressure is high. Jesus.
Okay.
Let's move on to I Discovered. This is a music section. I can't talk. I've been drinking. Music section, in which I'll let y'all know about an artist or album that I discovered, new artist or old artist, where I went back and listened to. So I know I said this on the Vibes radio show. Don't know if y'all pay attention to that, but I have been listening to for this entire week No Name. No Name's album, Room 25.
Yep.
And it's like No Name is a spoken word artist / rapper, and it's real music. Add that to your playlist. You're gonna enjoy it. It's an album that you can, I don't know, it's like you cleaning up the house, you can listen to it. If you like vibing in your car where you don't want to listen to trap or just like ratchet music, because we all have days where we don't want to listen to trap or ratchet music. However, it's still like trap and ratchet if you listen to the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how else to explain it other than it's a vibe album. Plug to the show. Other than that, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a great album overall. So I've discovered that, or kind of rediscovered it, because I remember when I listened to it the first time a couple of months ago, I didn't give it a true listen. But even when I listened to it the first time, I was like, this is dope. But I had to go back and listen to the lyrics. So shout out to No Name with Room 25. And then I also listened to Ice Cube's new album.
That's what's up. Showing support.
Everything's Corrupt. And dear Ice Cube, I want you to leave it in the past. This is how Ice Cube is rapping on Everything's Corrupt. He's like, every word rhymes. He's like, we got to mediate before we conversate. And then we got to go, I might bake a cake. And I'm like, Ice Cube, we got it. That's how every song sounds.
I believe you.
I'm not lying. And Ice Cube is like now that old-ass uncle who talks about all of the kids and how they don't know shit and that they don't know how to do nothing.
Because back in his day.
And that's how the album sounds. Back in my day, we ain't do it this way. Everything was not this great. I'm Ice Cube, I'm a motherfucking G. Niggas know me. And that's how the album sounds. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I did listen to the whole album, though.
That's what's up.
It is like one song on there that's very elementary in how he raps. It's like some 5th grade shit, but I'm like, I'll accept this,
No
Ice Cube.
disrespect. Ice Cube, no disrespect.
No disrespect to Ice Cube, because he
man.
OG and he might shoot
This
the
is our
fuck out of
personal
me,
opinion.
and I might die
Do you know
tomorrow.
him personally?
Well, no, he follows me on
But
Facebook.
that's the album. I mean, y'all can go and listen to Everything's Corrupt. First, the beats are amazing. Every
Nice.
single beat.
Shout out to the beat makers, whoever made the beats.
But you know, it sounds like he just was like taking a shit and was like, I got a song. Let me write it down. And that's how it sounds. And I'm on a toilet. Niggas better boil it. I swear to God. I just dropped a turd in the toilet. It's just like, Jesus Christ, Ice Cube. What the fuck?
He's speaking to the OGs in the West, man.
He is not speaking to anyone in particular by how he raps. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? I feel like I was listening to like
West Coast music.
this is disrespectful, but I feel like I was listening to Young Thug if I understood what he was saying. Because, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's...
That just hurt my feelings.
If we was understanding what he was saying, Young Thug would probably say some shit like, I want to go in my closet to see if I got new clothes. No, I'm not comparing.
She referenced.
I referenced.
Was it that bad?
The lyrics are just, yes,
Ice
it's
Cube
elementary.
to Young Thug.
I'll say that. First off, suck my dick. I'm not comparing Ice Cube to Young Thug.
That's where
I said
the Bruce
the
comment
lyrics
right
sound
there.
like if we understood what Young Thug was saying.
Okay.
Which means if we understood what he's saying and you read the lyrics, they're elementary. Because he's not really saying shit.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me clarify.
You entitled to everything that you're doing right now. This is your
y'all.
show. We on here.
Y'all been listening to any albums, new artists? What y'all been listening
I've been listening to Cardi B,
to? Invasion
like
of Privacy.
always.
Money?
Money and Backing It Up, which is not her song, but in my mind
Backing it up.
is.
All right. Money is my jam.
It is.
It makes me
Want to go get some money.
twerk in my car in my seat while I'm driving and almost cause accidents.
Right. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what it makes me do.
Okay. Great
I need the
PSA.
money. Fucking I
She
need the money.
twerks her ass when she listens to the Money song.
What are you listening to that's new or old?
New artist. He's fairly new. Bad Bunny.
I have been listening to Bad Bunny.
I've been fucking with him. You know, he's
Bad Bunny is like
a Latin artist.
Yeah,
and
the guy on the Cardi B song. What's the name of the song?
he has a few of them.
Cardi B with her Spanish song with the other dude. Bad Bunny and the other dude.
Sure.
You know what song it is.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it too. But
Fuck my life.
he's dope.
What's the name of the song? Eric, what's the name of the song?
I like it like that.
Thank you.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Eric. Shout out to
There you
Eric
go.
in the building.
I know that
So
song.
Bad Bunny on
Who else? Her new album is
there. Her
pretty good.
is, I have played that second part 2 to the album out. That is
To
my
death.
jam.
And I always kind of go back to her first just to reminisce.
It's
But
a jam. I did listen to the album.
it's
Went
pretty
back.
good. And I think that's the part about it. I've been working on my own stuff, but that's either here or there. So.
I've been working on my own album too, because
Wow.
I'm an artist.
And I heard it. I heard a few. You know, if I can put
real
that
life.
out there,
I have real songs.
I've heard produced and everything.
I'm not spitting bar. I did make a new song.
Well, I heard too.
I made a new song.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll be in the studio cooking as you.
No,
often
but I
say.
built my own studio.
You know,
in my-
she at the
in
crib
my own
doing it.
house.
She was just like, we want to hear it. I was
Because
like, yeah.
Eric refuses to believe that I have bars, and I be telling him all the time, I have bars.
She has.
Eric is a smart man.
Both of y'all a piece of shit. All right, y'all. Anybody else y'all been listening to? Just No Name. I listened to
Make
Ice
me a new
Cube.
album. It's
I didn't
crazy.
listen to Meek Mill yet. I tried my very best. I truly did to listen to Chief Keef. And I mean, ever since Finito, I didn't put him on a pedestal. I put him on like a garbage can lid, right?
What?
And so, you know, I have to take out the garbage often. And so if I need to take my garbage out, I need to listen to Chief Keef.
Right.
And I expected it to be garbage, as it was. All right.
Do you like, when the last time you been to a club and his song came on? The newest song he has.
You
He
still
has
go
a
to
new song?
clubs?
What? Y'all have, oh man, what's the name of the new song? Chief Keef's new song.
I can't tell you.
It's on tip of my tongue.
Chief Keef, dead.
Man, when I tell you, when it comes on,
Block.
no matter what color you are,
Glock.
race, creed, color, religion,
Finito.
you go crazy on it. Like I've
That's my jam.
seen at least.
I mean,
6
if I
different
happen to
nationalities
be
go
in a
crazy on this song.
club or a lounge or wherever I may be, if Finito comes on, I am going to act like I'm a gangbanger.
That's what's up.
Gang gang.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna tell me otherwise, and then I'm gonna sit my ass down if an actual gangbanger comes up to me. So,
And he's gonna walk up to you, give you a drink. You're gonna be sweaty. You know.
Are we still in the club?
In the club.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to turn up in the club.
And he's gonna give me a drink. I'm not trusting any drink that Chief Keef gives me.
Oh, facts.
Don't. You'll be the 8th baby mama. 9th, 10th.
10th.
Whoopsie.
10th. He might slip a
He got how many kids he got?
9.
He has 9 kids. Motherfuckers fucking him like that. All right, get money. It's all for you ugly niggas. All right.
The one thing I'm gonna agree on you with you on. Okay, y'all. We're going to. That's it for our Discovered. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it?
Lyrics.
Ain't no lyrics. What you talking about?
You only doing one? I was supposed to win more than one.
No, that's just at the beginning instead of
Okay,
tagline.
fine.
It's like a bell
Pay
ringer.
attention to what I'm talking about. Pay attention.
Remember the bell ringers?
Bell ringers.
There you go.
All right, y'all, we're gonna move
Bell
on to
ringer.
the topic of the week, which we definitely have to talk about because
Let's talk about it.
shit's been going down.
Topic of
I
the
have
week,
learned
guys.
so much in the first. I just learned so much. All right, so the topic of the week is a lack of communication.
Facts.
First point we're going to start off at is, okay, so let me go back. So I told y'all I'm here with my ex-boyfriend / still current friend, right?
Facts.
And initially I told him, what we're going to talk about on this first episode is what ended our relationship or why it didn't work out, right? And Dominique is also here because she's best friend, so you're going to get your opinion also. We being 100% honest. We've already had this conversation
Yeah.
because we're adults.
So what is my role here?
To talk and express your opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll ask whatever you think broke our relationship, then you can answer that too.
What?
We-
okay.
We talk about everything.
Okay.
All right, so first point is what
I gotta find it.
caused the end of our relationship? What was the conversation that we were having? We said a lack of communication, right?
Yeah. The lack
You can
of
go
communication.
first.
Oh shit.
You can tell them like all the stuff you were lacking.
Yeah, I can do that. That would be the mature thing to do. I just didn't know exactly where we fit. You know what I mean? You wanted one thing, I wanted another. We definitely just didn't. It didn't click right there.
No,
in so many words.
we've been deeper than this because this is not the conversation that we
Well,
were
I
having.
got, maybe I need another shot. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Maybe I can just.
So the conversation we were having was, okay, what ended our relationship? And we were being like adults and being responsible. And I told you I started going to therapy. So I was very open and honest about the role that I played. And my answer was there was a lack of communication with me because I was not expressing like wholly how I felt. So I would just keep a lot of stuff to myself. And I was like, well, how would he expect to know what I wanted or what I needed if I wasn't voicing it or expressing it? So I'm like, well, you're not a fucking mind reader, so you couldn't read my mind. If you're asking me what's wrong with you, and I'm like, nothing, I'm fine, and then going about my day, and then I would usually go to Dominique and tell her that you were getting on my fucking nerves.
Yeah.
That's usually what I would do. You can chime in anytime you want to.
Oh no, I'm just waiting.
I honestly I appreciate that too, because when you asked me the first time, I kind of drew a blank, but that it got refreshed. So
Great, glad I could refresh
yeah.
winter.
Okay. Yeah, you just wasn't at, well, I ain't gonna say just you.
No, say what you was gonna say. I wasn't what?
You didn't know what you wanted, and
Calm down. Calm down. We're having an adult conversation. I didn't know what I wanted.
yeah, in so many words, didn't know how to show your affection to me, and that kind of like drew me away to have me thinking other things, and it was just kind of toxic for me because I wanted all of you, and you couldn't give me that.
What were the other things that you were thinking, though? If I'm not showing you affection, what did you think it was? What was the cause?
You give it to someone else.
Ooh, child.
Just not the attraction. Like I was like at least I thought at one point that I was forcing myself for you to like me.
You're an asshole. Just not you.
Like, I get why he says that, and I can see. I agree with that.
Yeah, and it was just the completely just like you said, the lack of communication. Me saying you at one point, I love you, and you looking at me like, oh, okay,
Thank you.
that would be.
I said
like,
thank you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what
I
mean?
did.
And I mean,
But
you just want me to be,
I'm
like,
better
honest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like she didn't know this at this point in time.
Did you guys have any sort of conversations before you decided to officially date?
No real true like a deep conversation.
We had dinner. I mean, we had lunch.
No,
And we
that
talked to
was
each other for an hour.
Like something more than I really like you and I really like you too. Like,
no, there was no really deep conversation on the level that we had it now.
Right. Well, who would have that though? We've been knowing each other for like 11
People.
years.
if you want
People
her to
in
give
general.
all of her to you, but she doesn't know you, how is she going to give you something? In a
And
way
that's-
that you
yeah.
needed?
I agree with her. That's the
Okay.
point. Because if we had that conversation, it probably still would have taken me longer to express my feelings. But if we had like a deeper conversation on that level and I felt comfortable, it's all about being comfortable with somebody else. Say what you got to say. You struggling over here.
Because I want to listen to you. I don't want to just shoot out. And
Say what you got to say.
it's been numerous occasions where I've addressed how I felt about you and what I think or thought you should felt about me.
I'm trying to interrupt you on purpose.
Yeah.
Did you just hear what you said?
I know. That's why I'm going to say it over again. I'm sorry. But the liquor. Anywho.
Liquor makes you tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
So you don't have to say it over again.
Okay. Well, then you understood what I said. So,
yeah. So you, in your mind, you made up how you thought I should have felt about you.
Yeah, at one point in time, honestly. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So can we talk
I
about?
know that wasn't the case. So that's
we're skipping a little bit, but can we talk about? And I'm not trying to pinpoint your faults, but that
No,
is
it's
what
cool,
I'm
it's
going to do. Can we talk about what did you say it was? Insecurity or the jealousy or what was it? So for everybody who knows, I had one of my other best friends, Mace, who passed away, and I invited you to a wedding. Right, I invited you to my friend Sabrina. Shout out to Sabrina. I know she's gonna listen to it. So I invited you to the wedding, and Mace was there.
You have no idea.
And because we're gonna bring this up.
You have no idea.
And I was with Mace. I hadn't seen Mace in like I don't know a year. And I just sensed the whole time the way I embraced him was completely different from how I embraced you. But I'll explain that. But even though I told you, this is Mace, he is as gay as the day is long. Why were you still?
Why is the cough? What's in your throat? Ain't nothing in your throat.
It is. My voice is different. Why was there still like an insecurity or a jealousy? What did we discuss before?
One, you wow. Two.
Welcome to the podcast. The fuck?
No, the reason why I felt some type of way, because I truly did, it was a lot of things that took place before then, the way that transpired before then, before I had to start feeling the way I felt. One being, we just came back from Miami. I had sunburn, and let me finish. I did.
I'm listening to you.
Like, it was terrible with
I'm about
sunburn.
to put you out.
Let me finish telling you. Let me tell you.
Don't interrupt. Don't rude.
She invites me to her friend's wedding, which was all in. I was excited. You know, skin wasn't the best it could possibly be, but I wanted to still support my girlfriend. So I said, do I have to wear like a suit or something? You know, given that it's a wedding, sure, but you don't know how my skin felt at the time. So, and then we had to go south. Mind you, I stay on the west side. Let's just say I didn't want to go west, far west, for her to come past me. So I was a little agitated that I had to go to her for her to ride past me, because that's what ended up happening. She ended up 290 off the Dan Ryan, go down, whatever. Anywho, we get there, right? We walk in. She doesn't introduce me to no one. She's
That's me.
her friends. She introduced everyone else. Mind you, I have sunburn. I had a heat stroke. Literally, I'm on the train, 97-degree weather. It was ugly, and now she doesn't know me now. I say, sweetie, towards the end of the wedding, I said, I really would like to just go home with you and just chill out. She was like, no, but she did it sarcastic, like her. So I was like, no, seriously, you know what I mean? I've been on this trip. I really just want to chill out with you tonight. Can I do that? She got kind of serious with me. Mind you, she still ain't quite like, now I know everybody, but it's still like, okay, she's showing this guy more attention, even though he's gay. That has nothing to do with anything. But everything in my mind before then, and with this, like, damn, she's not even introducing me like this. I don't know no one here. You know what I mean? This is me. If you my girl, like when she came to my family picnic thing in the back of my uncle's house, I introduced her to everybody. Everybody. Mother, uncle, who out the bam, whatever. So I just felt some type of way. She tells me, hey, I don't want to go out with you tonight. I'm going to kick it with my friends. They in town. I'm going to kick it with them. Of course I would feel some type of way because I was blatantly honest.
But that doesn't mean you get your way because you're being honest.
No, but it's still at some token, like, okay, where's the give and take?
This goes back to my original question.
Yeah.
Because you two have two obvious different communication styles.
Mm-hmm.
Lashida introduces no one to anyone. I literally sat here and whispered to her, oh, hey, what's his name? Like, and that doesn't bother me because I know I took the time to get to know her, right? Everything she says is sarcastic. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, it doesn't.
I know her well enough to know when she's like being an asshole versus when she's being serious. You know what I'm saying? So like, all of this stuff is like so small.
It adds up.
It does, but it's only adding up because neither one of you took the time to figure out, oh hey, how does Doug like to be loved? And how does Lashida like to be loved? Because if you knew that, then you would know how to communicate with each other in a way in which you wouldn't get on each other's nerves.
Let me find out you a prophet. Girl,
I'm just saying, like, it's
speak. I'm going to agree with you, and then I'm also going to interject and let you know that I did not introduce you at the wedding because everyone knew who you was already.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't introduce you. I didn't have to. Because Aisha and Mace and Sabrina and her husband Dominique, the bride and the groom, and everybody at our table, they knew you. But I get that was still not fair because you didn't know anybody. But after you told me, hey, you didn't introduce me to people, I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
But she
and
just
then
asked
I go
me to tell
around.
a story. You know what I mean? I mean, at the time, you didn't say anything.
I know, and I'm telling you why.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So, right.
Yeah.
The sunburn.
No, we're not going back to this.
I'm just being real. It was
like
rough.
she didn't introduce you to anybody, but you were standing next to her while she was talking to someone else, and when you both walked up, oh hey, how's it going?
I did do that.
Friend? Oh hi, I'm Doug. You know
I did
what
do
I'm
that.
saying?
I did do that.
So that's you introducing yourself. What's wrong with that?
All right, so here's another point I want to make before we get into like minute things. So the conversation that we were actually having was, we were talking about a lot of stuff, but what I wanted to also just kind of pinpoint is that what we were doing was we were placing unknown expectations on each other. Yeah. Like I had these expectations that I placed on you that I didn't communicate with you. So I'm like, how am I going to expect him to do something that he probably doesn't have for himself? Like you don't have these expectations for yourself. So I'm unknowingly placing them on you, and you're doing the same thing with me. Like what we also talked about is you put me on this pedestal because in your mind I'm like up here, I'm this angel, and I'm like the perfect person.
Still feel that way.
Everybody who knows me truly knows me. I'm trash. And
the best kind.
I'm the best kind of trash. Like I like to go out, I like to party, I like to dance, I like to twerk, I talk shit, I do all of this stuff. But like all of the things, no, I'm just giving you an example because of how you placed me on a pedestal. So every time I would do something new, you were surprised by something new to you that I'm already like, I've been doing this. But the issue probably was I didn't do it around you. I didn't feel comfortable. because you placed me on this pedestal. So I think unknowingly I felt like I had to stay there. So that was, listen to what I'm saying before I slap shit out of you.
I'm listening.
I just wanted to say that on purpose.
Well, I
I just
understand.
said that on purpose.
No, I completely now seeing it outside looking in. Well, not even outside looking in, but just seeing it
Inside looking inside.
pretty much.
You've been on my inside, so it's cool.
That's cool.
Other people in there.
Touch me on the inside part.
You know,
I mean,
it was just, I felt like us knowing each other that long, we shouldn't have to do that. You know how many times, I was like Roger from Sister Sister. You know what I mean?
She
Like,
put you out so much that you didn't have time to know her.
go away.
but see, but that was a point where she had to learn. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there. Even when she was pushing me away, I still find my way to come back. And she was like, you know, it took for her to go and talk to somebody to actually see that. Like,
Ooh, child, let me back up, because that's not what it took for me to see that you were there. So unless you want me to smack the shit out of you in real life, let's back up.
what did it take?
I been knew that you were there, like you loved me or liked me, however you want to. I'm gonna be an adult, so I been knew that you loved me. That was a known fact, because you were always there, like a little puppy dog, in the best way. Puppy dog is so cute. Even though I don't like animals, I would have a puppy dog. I can't be serious.
Rough,
No,
G.
here's
Rough.
the
Just-
thing.
Just tell me a whole asshole, G.
No, for real. I already knew that you loved me and that you were there.
Right.
The thing is, you had to figure out what love was, because I told you, both of us did, because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we both had like a lust. You definitely had lust. There was lust on both of our ends. Lust and love are two different things. So what you thought was love and your version of showing up was not.
I just didn't have no money, man. That's what
Look,
it was. I was broke.
that's not what it was. You had a lot of things
G?
to learn.
broke.
Like, we're not
It
going
would
to
have
get
been
into
a whole.
the
It would have been a whole different conversation if I was pulling up in
Are you serious?
that new 2008 or 2009 song. Oh,
Use you and
no. It just
you and
her
say, "I
vision
love
of
you."
me wasn't like. Okay, I was cool, but I wasn't that guy. And she was like, man.
No, here,
I'm
I'm
down
going to be
Jackson.
truthful and
I'm down here with these
honest.
frats. They doing this. They doing that. You know what I mean? I wasn't that dude.
We didn't have no cars in college. What the fuck you talking about?
I know that. But I wasn't that guy either. So it wasn't like it was something for you to like look at me and be like, can I take him seriously? Because you didn't.
That wasn't it. You didn't have to be in college. The expectations that I placed on you is that I wanted you to set goals for yourself and have them straight and have you focusing on them. And at the time, that's not what you were doing, because you didn't know what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I didn't.
Okay, great. So,
I tell your ass wrong now.
that's what that was right there.
Okay.
It wasn't, I need him to have a car. That would have been great. But at that time, I didn't have a car. So how am I going to expect you to have something I don't have? It wasn't about money.
Man, I wish we could just like go back and just look at our smaller selves and you just like see, because certain things that happen that you were looking for. Okay, if I was this other person that had this and that, you wouldn't even cared about the other shit. You'd be like, okay, he cute, he got this, he got that. I can deal with that for right now.
Oh, see, this is the lack of communication. This is
It's
where.
not even. I don't even feel like it's a.
Oh, excuse me.
Like, are you listening to what she's saying?
Of course, I'm listening to her.
Thank you, because
Of course.
Are you like?
No, you have to listen with. So I wanted to talk about that also. We're not going to really get into it. There's a difference between listening to hear and listening to understand. You listen to hear all the time. That's your thing. That's really what I want you to understand. You listen to hear. You don't listen to understand, because everything that I've said today, you still don't understand.
I do.
Can't possibly. If you're sitting here saying that if you had money and a car and all these other things, I wouldn't have cared about that. I mean, I could be petty and tell you about the men I've dated with cars and money and all kind of stuff and flew me here and there and all this. Am I with them today? No. The fuck are you talking about? Like,
You're right.
what?
They just said some fucked up shit right there. It's crazy.
What? I'm like, See?
Yeah.
And you just demonstrated
My
how you
goodness.
listen to hear and not to understand. All right, y'all.
I
we're gonna-
do. Like, okay, that's scratch. Because I'm being over 1,000. Like,
I believe
We've
that
been-
you are being your true self, and that's a problem for me.
what? I mean, why should I have to like be
Because,
like
like-
fabricate and do it? I mean, all the extra.
No, we're not asking
Your
you.
box is so.
We're not fabricating
you think
nothing.
One way,
That's the-
right? And you're not willing to like see another way. Like you're so stuck. You're too young to be stuck in
When
your
I-
way of thinking.
Okay. How can I say this?
Just say it.
When I was thinking other ways, and I was like, hey, I was willing to be able to deal with whatever she wanted to, who she wanted as a person. I mean, that means if I have to change myself or do whatever, I made that work. I low key to be even more 1,000. I got myself more together because I was trying to be with her. You know what I mean? So I definitely listened to a lot of stuff that she said and she had going on. Like I wouldn't even got I told her over the phone that I had got my degree. She didn't even know. You know, but it's like it was something I had to do for myself and be like, okay, I need to be this guy for her to take me seriously. And I did that. You know what I mean? But did it work out? You know, like, can we look back on it and be like, reflect and everything, of course? You know, we cool? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Even after this, go get a drink and sit, talk some shit. But at that time, this is what I'm saying. At that time, you just can't tell me, like, if I didn't have my shit together then, we probably have been married with 2-3 kids right now.
Wow, she's having 0 children.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
And
much.
that may sound far-fetched, but it's like, okay,
All right, so we have to kind of clarify. It's gonna be my new favorite word. So we got to clarify what having your shit together means. You could have had your shit together mentally, like we're all. Well, I'll say for myself. At that point, I was not mature enough to be in a serious relationship because I didn't know who I was. I can't go into a relationship not knowing who I was, like afraid to say I love you because it's uncomfortable. I have to figure that stuff out. I figure that stuff out now. But my issue before, while we were together, was I know who I am at this point. I still have these feelings of like all kind of trauma to deal with, so I can't place that on you. That's what I had to deal with. But it was also the unknown expectations. So I told you at the time I was working full time, I was in school full time, and then I'm acting full time, and then I had a boyfriend full time. And if I'm trying to learn how to balance that, and you want 70% of my attention when I don't have any to give myself, I'm not balancing.
I definitely did, yeah.
I know, that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure that out. And so that part was not working for me. I felt like, okay, I'm being tugged in 5 different ways. And I'm like, okay, I have to give something up. And what I'm always going to work on first is myself. So I'm always going to choose myself over anybody and everybody. That can sound selfish or however you may want to take it.
No, you
But
supposed
I'm
to.
just telling you, you can't be with somebody if you don't know who you are. You're not working on yourself. Your mental health is not together. Your physical health is not together. But that's why it didn't work for me. Okay, and then I still had a lot of stuff to learn. We're not going to go into you because we already talked about this. That's shady. I'm not being shady on purpose.
Are you not being shady? You're being real. And
Yeah.
I would rather you be like this and then hold back like you used to.
I mean, we already talked about it. It
Yeah.
was like the insecurities, the unknown expectations being placed on each other, the time that I really wasn't giving you, that I didn't want to at that time, the things that I couldn't process. Like the way you process things, it makes no sense to me. And so, like, none. So, just like I just got irritated as fuck with how we were talking about the trans community because you truly think that way, which we're not going to get back into.
Every man,
We're not
every
gonna get
person
back
outside
into-
this room feel the same way. So
Oh, yeah, that was ooh, child, the ghetto. Woo, Chile. That was like the gist of a lack of communication. I just kind of wanted to like touch on that. That sounds so sexual. I'm a child.
So
I just wanted to touch on that topic because I feel like there are a lot of what do you call people in relationships, exes. There we go.
Texas.
Or who might still be friends or might want to remain friends, but they don't know how to have the conversation. Like the fact that we could sit here and have this conversation and not be like, I want to kill you, I want to stab you, and all kind of crazy shit.
I think y'all.
I do not want to kill or stab you. I just want to educate you. I want to educate you so bad. Like, so bad.
They said a whole bunch of shit to me today, didn't they? Oh, man.
But I'm like, for real, like, I feel like there are a lot of couples or ex-couples who can't be in the same room as each other now. But at the basis of it, it's like, you're a good person. I'm a good person. Why can't we be friends? Yeah, the relationship part didn't work out, but let's figure it out. I feel like there's not too many people who are willing to talk about it and figure out and say, why didn't this work for us? And I just feel like a lot of people should be doing that, because if you don't talk about that with your ex or to somebody, then how do you know whether or not your future relationships are going to work if you're not trying to explore why the previous ones didn't? So that was the gist of a lack of communication. We're gonna get the fuck off that because it's a lot. We're gonna move on to the next segment, which is shut your face. We're gonna move on to the next segment, which is this is new also, y'all. It's called In My Box. I just want to say something to the both of y'all.
Okay.
Yes.
I want y'all to reach in my box.
Right or left hand?
Left hand, it tickles. I am trash. I don't know why I said that.
She doing it for ratings, y'all. She doing it for ratings.
I'm really not. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Reach in with your left hand. Pull a question. You have to answer the question honestly. Both of y'all have to answer two of the questions. If you don't answer it, you gotta take a shot.
Are you making a shot?
It's a fucking shot of Jameson. What are you talking about? Pick two. These might be easy questions because I was lazy and I didn't really write. I didn't really write like too many new ones. Dominique, you go first. Can y'all read my
What's the name of the person who hates on you the most?
We all have haters.
I don't know, because I'm probably not friends with them. So if they're hating,
That's
from
true.
outside the gate,
You
like
like a lot
Keisha
of people.
Cole on that meme. I don't know who they are.
Okay, I'll accept that. What's your next question? I gotta make these better. I'm not really petty in real life, y'all. I give people simple questions.
What's the last thing you stole?
We all steal things.
Probably some candy or grapes in the grocery store, because those lines be long. I don't steal anything significant. It's usually food, because I like to eat. So I'm gonna take a couple of grapes or like.
You that black person. That's why it ain't never no fucking grapes in the bag.
You're absolutely
Because
right.
you just walk down the aisle eating them.
Yeah.
I hope you get fruit fly poisoning, because
What?
Because they got
take care of the kids.
Cause ain't nowhere to wash them off unless
You
you
gonna be watching her kids too
or
while
the
she's
Whole
sick.
Came from the earth.
Your question's too easy. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Did you get another?
Yes, I would. Can you pick two other ones? Go ahead, Doug. It's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Which ex do you regret being with?
Oh my gosh, you got the good questions. If you say me, I'll slap shit out of you.
You
No.
can be honest.
You could. It could be me.
Ish.
But why? But why are you? It's crazy.
We gotta say names.
Names. No. We gonna give him a clout like this?
No, we say names on the show. It's not about clout.
We ain't get nobody no shine.
We
The
say
person I regret dating. Fuck.
Felicia.
No, I never dated a Felicia. Damn. My ex Tony.
Why did I know you was gonna say that? I feel like she was a good person.
She was. But it was too complicated and too many emotions being involved. So I was gonna say my daughter's mother, but I wouldn't have my daughter if it wasn't for her, so I had to bring her back.
But smart.
No.
Nope.
Next question. So that boy didn't grew up, didn't he? Okay. What's the name of the person that you baked on social media? Yeah, wow.
That you who?
Baked?
I'm pretty sure.
Baked on social media?
This is blocked.
Oh, blocked. Well, you got like an A instead of
It
an
also
O.
has an L.
Words mean things.
Like an
Who
A
did
on
you
it.
last block on social media?
Okay.
Be honest.
Last person I blocked.
Yeah, that you block.
It's a difference when you know what I mean?
It's
'Cause
not.
You unfollow him and shit, and then you just like, okay, you know what I mean? I unfriend you, unfollowed you, get out of here.
Funny.
You know what I mean?
He
But
wasn't funny. the first time.
block. A close friend of mine,
Named.
Quinn Mason.
You blocked Quint? Oh, okay. I know the story. We're not gonna talk about it on the air. It's too much. But okay. Shout out to Q.
No, shout out. See what I'm saying? You getting people clout in. You can't get clout. No
He
clout.
can get clout. We support everybody. This is what's wrong with the black community.
Yeah, he had to go, man. He was being messy out here. Didn't know how to hustle. Didn't know how to get his shit together. Many blessings, homie. I hope you get your shit together. You know what I mean?
Many blessings.
Many blessings.
Nigga blessings.
Nigga
Nope,
blessings.
you can't put that
I
back.
took all of them out of the box.
First, that's not how you do it. No, read this one.
Right. See, trying to get on good juicy. What's this shit?
I still got.
Crazy.
you
We supposed to be
been
rolling up right
cheating.
now,
Like,
man.
answer those. I'm gonna answer them all.
No, you're not.
Okay,
Just
fine.
answer those two.
You count.
Fuck you and your couch.
What have you surprisingly never tried?
And he know.
Exactly.
No,
I mean,
she tried anal. Stop it.
Wow. First off, what you not gonna do?
You tried anal. Stop it.
Have y'all got something y'all would tell me? Nigga, what? How you know? Like what?
That's exactly what I want to know. Explain to me when.
Even if
Let me tell you that
The
some people
guy-
have boundaries that they set, and no
My
means
God.
no.
if he doing it rough enough, he put it in the ass.
That's
and
not.
it fell in there.
That's not. I don't. Who are?
Anal.
All right, so you want to tell the people what you've never tried? Nigga, what?
I'm just talking shit. Come on. That was
The
funny,
answer
though.
was anal
I mean,
related.
that can be the answer. That's not what I was gonna say, but that can most definitely be the answer. So
That-
no,
what
I
were
have
you gonna
not.
say? What's your answer? Cunnilingus.
It can't be an event. It has to be a
Yeah,
sexual.
sure. No, it could be
I
an
mean,
event. What have
I
you never
still
tried?
haven't been to a strip club, and I want to go.
Oh my
before
God,
I
that
turn
is so
30.
true.
That's what's up.
She's
I got
30
strip
in
club or
like
girl strip
2
club?
weeks.
I can learn from either, so it doesn't matter.
She needs to go
Which one would you
to a
prefer
girls'
first?
strip club
I
first.
don't have a preference because things don't make me that uncomfortable.
Girls. All right, what's the next question? Girls' strip club.
Girl strip club.
Name one of your most embarrassing drunken or high moments.
Because we have
I've had
moments.
both.
I know.
And like,
the most embarrassing one.
see, I've never fallen or like thrown up or anything. It's usually like
Me.
Let's go.
it's usually just like
You
me hearing
had-
stories of like me dancing with people, and
Can we
everybody
tell-
knows that I cannot dance.
Can we tell real stories on air?
Sure.
You had
I did.
an incident
What did I do?
maybe like a month and a half ago. Were you drunk or were you high?
Which,
month
I don't
and a
know
half
what
ago.
event you're.
With your second baby daddy. I'm sorry, your husband.
Oh, okay.
All of the above. Okay.
Tell the people what. I mean, you don't have to share.
That wasn't embarrassing though. I had fun. I did. That's not embarrassing.
Oh, okay. To throw up.
Oh.
You have too many moments for me. No, not that moment.
Listen,
Whew, child, the ghetto.
all activities are not for everybody. Okay. And I value my tonsils.
Do you want to tell the people what you did?
I was choked. The end. Okay.
The right
That's
way. Charge.
I was more
Charge.
uncomfortable than embarrassed though. Cause like that was a like very clear cause and effect moment. So like, I wasn't embarrassed.
Ay, Jesus Christ. All right.
It
Well,
wasn't embarrassing.
definitely would have been embarrassing to me. But like, let me Let me
Someone that I've known since I was 15. I don't care.
let me brush my teeth first. You did brush your teeth, did you?
And then I started over.
You're the real MVP.
That's it.
All right, the end.
The end.
I don't have to answer questions because this is my fucking show. I'll share a drunk moment
Drunk
Sure.
moment.
because I don't get high. Oh, whoa! I already told y'all this high story because you're trash.
I am a little
Wish I
messy.
was there.
He is trash. I shared this already on in season 1 about what you did to me
What I did to you?
when I got high.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I already shared that.
Really?
The people of the world know
Yep.
that you are trash.
Oh well, we have footage. You gonna let it out on YouTube tomorrow? Tune in Thursday, which is tomorrow.
My
Because
God.
because she's putting up. There you go, my girl. I
It's
like that.
Wednesday.
I know.
You said Thursday.
And you're posting it tomorrow, which is
Wednesday, I'm gonna put this up. All right, so my drunken story is
right. There you go. You know what it is, goddamn it.
so I was in college. This is
next
the only
day.
one I remember,
Last.
and I was real drunk, and I knew I was right, but I lied to my friends and said I could walk. And they was like, okay, let's go back to the party because we had to take one of our other friends back. She was like drunk, throwing up, so we had to take her back to the room. And I had sat down while I was trying to put her down on the bed, and I knew at that moment I am fucked. Like my life is
Keeping
fucked,
it
and I
real
should not
goes
go.
wrong.
But you know, I don't give up. If I fall down
Gotta get back up.
again, so. So we was walking, and we walked like down the plaza. I went to Jackson State, and we got to like all my Jackson State people. We got to the People's Building, and I was like, I need to sit down for 45 seconds. I kept telling them, like, all I needed was 45 seconds, and I was gonna be good. And they was like, no, if you sit down, then we're gonna have to take you back. I was like, listen to what I'm saying. 45 seconds, and they let me sit down, and it was a wrap. And then I started throwing up, and then I became dead weight, and they had to drag me back to the dorm. And then my friend Kia got in a fight with a football player because he was trying to record me because I was so drunk. And she ended up laying me down in a pile of ants. And then I had peed on myself. And I was like, did you just fucking pee on yourself? And I was like, I couldn't hold it. And so I peed on myself like in a pile of ants. And Kia was trying to beat up a football player. Kia's like 4'9", and the football player is like 6'8", 300 pounds.
He was liking that shit.
And they left me in a pile of ants for some time. And then 2 strangers picked me up, and they was like, you need help to your room? I was like, yeah, because my friend fighting. And... And the end.
I can never hold this story over your head again.
No, I already told the people. I have so many more. It's terrible.
Until you have footage.
No, you're not gonna have no footage.
I don't need footage.
He's trash because he has footage of me being high, and
I would like to see that.
both of y'all are trash as fuck.
We'll be out soon.
We're moving on. That was it. That's it for In My Box, y'all. We're gonna move on to the shout outs of the week. First off, I want to give a shout out to PhD Electronics. I am fancy as fuck now. I went and got an automatic start on my car.
Nice.
I'm fancy as fuck because I was like, I'm not gonna continue sitting out here for 15 minutes in this cold weather trying to warm my car up. So now I can do it from the luxury of my home, 800 feet away, because I'm fancy as fuck.
Very fancy.
And it was $130 off of Groupon.
Caught a deal.
I hit a lick, is what I did. As the young
I hit
people
a
say.
lick.
So shout out to PhD Electronics. Shout out to 2112
I gotta do
and
that.
Eric for being so kind. Yeah, we got like a new place to host a show. So from now on, I'll try to record video as much as possible so y'all can see what's going on. And then shout out to my other best friend Alex. We're gonna have this jacuzzi party, and I'll tell y'all about that next week. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna let a few people rub on me. So
she's gonna lose her virginity, ladies and gentlemen.
I am a virgin at this point.
That's so tightly.
Y'all got some shout outs?
Go first.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I got a few shout outs.
All right, we gotta go.
Cool.
Yep, go ahead.
Can I roll? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
shout outs.
There you go. Shout outs. Shout outs to Laughing Buddha. It's definitely a dope club. New spot. Just opened up. pretty amazing. They show me love there. I'm actually promoting there. So if you guys want some free drinks or something, come on through.
Laughing Buddha.
Yes, absolutely. Secondly, shout out to my little cousin. We just finished our project. We did an EP together called Related. It's pretty dope. 6 songs. I sent you 3. But yeah, in due time. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna start pushing them. A couple of songs I produced myself. It was just a joint effort. Shout out to you. And for inviting me to come out and speak my piece. And,
can you shout me out, please?
You know, talk a little stuff. This is always healthy for us to just converse over a little liquor and a little life. So I appreciate you.
I like that saying. I might steal it. Converse over liquor and life.
Do you want me to shout you out for real?
Please.
Don't steal it. She can steal it.
Please.
Douglas, I'm shouting out. Thank you.
Shouting out.
I'd like to shout out Lashida, Mimi.
Thank you. Don't nobody know my government.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
because she invited me to this wonderful podcast. Even though she gave me the wrong time, I still made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
Oh yeah! Shout out to my babysitter for keeping
Ooh,
Shout out
and
to
your
the sitter.
babies.
That's what's up.
And your baby daddy. And your
Hey,
husband.
Is she
You
gonna
gonna
shut
shut
them
it?
out? She gonna
Okay.
shut them out? Let her shut them out.
That be alright.
All of them.
Shout out to the babies too. I love y'all.
All right. Okay. All right. We're going to move on real quick because y'all know this is running over. I don't like to be, my cup filleth.
We talked about some good stuff.
My cup running over.
You got some
I
juice
don't know
in
my
here.
Bible. All right. This week in therapy, I'm going to make this quick. I'll try. So this week I just wanted to tell y'all this simple thing. People really get on my nerves with this because, well, it bothers me. I'll say that. When people say that they don't care about something, but they continue to talk about the issue and they want to tell everybody about it. So in this week in therapy, don't steal my shit. Can y'all please address it and stop denying that you don't care about it? Because if you continue to talk about something or you continue to talk about somebody, every chance that you get, if you continue to down them or degrade them or whatever you want to do, if it's negative, if it's positive, and you continue to say, I don't care about that, you're lying to yourself because you do. Because you make it a point to always talk about that person or that thing. So address it. Address that you do care. This is how I feel about it. And stop denying it so that you can move forward. Because if I continue to sit here and say, no, I don't care about him, he's trash, I hate that he did this to me, I do care because there are feelings that I have that I'm harboring. So in therapy this week, address the fact that you do care, stop lying to yourself, and move forward with it. Don't be in denial. That's my thing for this week.
Nice.
I'm addressing everything.
You had a little Jerry Springer moment at the end right there. That was dope.
All right, great.
We're almost there.
Great.
Jerry.
Jerry's a judge now. Don't do that.
He is.
We're not gonna talk
We
about
got a new
that.
show.
We're not talking about
We're
that.
not talking about that.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's a good show.
My God. Yeah, that's it. That's it in the show.
Yay.
I appreciate Doug and Dominique being in the building. Y'all, for this season 2 of Vibes Podcast, my goal is to bring you more people because I'm positive 100% that y'all were fucking tired of me just talking the whole season 1. Like, I got tired of hearing myself. So, season 2, more people, liquor. More people going to be inside my box. I look forward to it.
Dope. It's at the box.
I'm trying to get like as many people to fit in there as they can.
Once you get like 3 in there, it's hard
No, I think I could be 5.
to walk around.
I can go 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if 5 people want to fit in my box, I'm down for it. Just
5 people in the box.
let me know.
It's a big box.
Make sure you're following Vibes Podcast
It's a big box.
on Facebook and Twitter at Vibes Podcast. And then on Instagram at Ask Vibes. That's Ask, ASKVIBEZ.
Yes.
If you have letters or anything you want me to answer, my God.
Answer.
Questions that you want me to answer, send an email to vibespodcast at askvibez@gmail.com.
Yes.
And again, follow all of the stuff And make sure you subscribe to Vibes Podcast. Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their grandma and their granddaddy to stop fucking and listen to the podcast. And subscribe on Apple and Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, and now Podbean. You guys, I'm no longer on SoundCloud because SoundCloud is trash.
It is. Sorry, SoundCloud.
They are trash. They gave me the flux. And I now have a website. You can go and visit the website at vibespodcast.com. Stay up to date. If you want to listen to the episodes on the website, you can. So I'll get that updated and everything. That's it.
Man.
Y'all got something else y'all want to say? Great. So we ain't got nothing else we want to say. I appreciate it. You guys, catch this is episode
You a dirtbag for that. Oh my God.
I'm super appreciative. If I don't show it, I won't. So thank you so much. And y'all catch me season 2. Look forward to our interview with Audrey Valentine. All right, y'all. We out. And
if you take your love away from me, yeah. Yeah. If I take my love away from you, yeah. You keep on fucking up and expect me to give you no what. Telling me not to leave, but baby, I think that you're on. All of the chances I gave you, all of the promises broken. Keep on begging, baby, begging, but baby, you know that I'm all gone, already gone. Nigga blowing up my phone. I'll be on the west side with my one side drawn. You could watch me leave. Boy, you should have known. No need for you and I to even hold on. You keep on begging me not to leave you, boy. Boy, I'm out cause you keep fucking up my party. You keep on begging me not to leave you, boy. Should've thought when you were on a body. I'm leaving, yeah. Said I'm leaving. Got a dude on the side, and he do me right. You know that I'm leaving. You know, said I'm leaving. Said my dude on the side, gon' do me tonight. If you take your love away from me, it won't fade me. I'll be okay, baby. If I take my love away from you, you'll go crazy. You'll go insane. Don't give up. Sheesh. Nigga blowing up my phone. I'll be over on the west side with my one side drawn. You could watch me leave. Boy, you should have known. No need for you and I to even hold on. You keep on begging me not to leave you, boy. Boy, I'm out cause you keep fucking up my party. You keep on begging me not to leave you, boy. Should've thought when you were on a body. I'm leaving, yeah. Said I'm leaving. Got a dude on the side, and he do me right. You know that I'm leaving. You know, said I'm leaving. Said my dude on the side, gon' do me tonight.